Hello friends, this video on air and water pollution part 17 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. Whatever we have learned about water pollution, the need of water, the scarcity of water, what we understand is we should try to save water. We should stop wasting water unnecessarily, and we should also try to utilize it only when needed. And at the same time, we should try to spread awareness about saving water and also keeping it clean. Because if we do not keep it clean, then again, either we will suffer from diseases or we will have to spend extra money to purify the water. So why do we want to take all that headache? It is better to try to prevent water pollution, and also we should try saving water so that it can reach all the human beings living on this earth. Not only human beings, all the organisms living on this earth, so that life continues to exist on earth forever. Now, keeping in mind about whatever we have studied so far, what we feel is these 3 R's are extremely important. That is, reduce, recycle and reuse. Now, what do they mean? They mean in order to save our environment, they are going to be useful. Reduce, that means reduce unnecessary usage of natural resources. When it comes to natural resources, it can be water, it can be energy, because even energy comes from somewhere and the sources of energy are limited, like fossil fuels. The more you use energy, the more fossil fuels you will burn, the more pollution you will cause. So these natural resources, we should not waste them. We should use them only when needed. And that is why I was telling you that wherever you can save fuel, just try to do that. If you think you can reach a particular place by walking or with a bicycle, do that instead of going by a car or a bus or a bike. Next is recycle. Recycle and use the natural resources in different forms. Now, if the same substance can be utilized again, then just try to do that instead of throwing it as waste. For example, if you talk about waste management, the organic waste products, they can be utilized as manure. So we are basically recycling the same thing. So same thing can be used in a different way. For example, when you buy a bottle of jam, so when you finish using the jam, what do you do with the bottle? Just don't throw it to increase the waste product. Just use the same bottle for storing something else in your kitchen. So that's how you can recycle things in different forms. You have read the newspaper, so now you don't want to read the old newspaper, but you can utilize the newspaper for covering your books or to create packets. Reuse. Use the same resources again and again. So until you think that it has become waste, do not throw it. Keep on using the same resources again and again. So let us look at some of the examples of reduce, recycle and reuse. So reduce, we should not switch on lights and fans, and we should not waste electricity. We should not waste water, because that is a precious resource and so many of us need it. Recycle, we should say no to plastic bags, because plastics are non-biodegradable. So the same plastic can be utilized or they can be recycled instead of throwing it off. So even if you have a particular plastic bottle in your house, you just try to use it over and again. Reuse. As I said, your jam bottles can be reused for something else. The newspapers can be used for creating envelopes or packets or for covering your books. So try to reuse the same object over and again. So these 3 R's can actually help us in saving the environment. Reduce, recycle and reuse. So with this, we have reached towards the end of this lesson. So let us quickly look at some of the questions. Question number 1. What are the different ways in which water gets contaminated? So it is basically trying to ask the causes for water pollution. So what causes water pollution? The disposal of objects cause water pollution. What kind of objects? Like waste water from industries, which might contain a lot of chemicals and poisonous substances. Untreated sewage. So when you do not treat your sewage, it contains excreta, feces and lot more undesirable things. Chemical wastes, plastics which are non-biodegradable and can thus be eaten by aquatic animals and it can kill them. Insecticides and pesticides, if they are followed, if application of insecticides is followed by irrigation or rainfall, so they get washed away to the nearby river, thereby polluting it. Dead bodies, throwing dead bodies into water, so that also cause pollution because they are dead substances which undergo decomposition further, and this decomposition utilize all the oxygen present in water, and therefore the aquatic life is threatened. By the cleaning or washing clothes in river, because you are actually removing the dirt of your body or the dirt in the clothes into the water, so you are making the water dirty. So these are some of the ways by which water gets polluted. Question number 2. At an individual level, how can you help reduce air pollution? So what can we do to control air pollution? We can maintain automobiles better. How? By using lead-free petrol or diesel. We should also try to switch over to CNG over petrol or diesel. We should also try to use petrol or diesel which does not contain sulfur. Maintaining cleanliness. So we can keep our environment clean. So we should dispose of waste products only in the designated places, and also we should make sure that we segregate the waste products properly. So proper disposal of waste is one thing that we can take care of to maintain cleanliness. The next thing that can be taken care is the waste segregation. Say no to crackers because crackers produce a lot of harmful gases in the environment. Noise reduction. There are so many undesirable sounds which are produced in the environment, so we should try to control them. Proper disposal of wastes, which I already discussed, which in turn will also help to maintain cleanliness. Avoid wastage of energy resources. So we should not waste water, we should not waste electricity. So from our end, we should try to do all these things to reduce air pollution. Question number 3. Clear, transparent water is always fit for drinking. Comment. Now, a water which looks clear and transparent does not necessarily is free of germs, because microorganisms are too tiny, so they are not visible to naked eye. So we cannot say that it is really fit for drinking because they may still contain disease-causing microorganisms. Therefore, it is always better to purify it before used for drinking purposes, either by using filtration or by boiling or by chlorination. By any of the methods, it should be ensured that the water has been purified. Question number 4. Thank you. Please visit www.examfear.com to watch more educational videos with a better experience. Please do not forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel for latest updates. Thank you once again.